Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about why Mercedes feel confident with their W16, as well as some new revelations that have been made about Ferrari. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Mercedes, with team boss Toto Wolff feeding the team have made a breakthrough with their car. Now, as we know, since these new ground effect regulations were introduced in 2022, Mercedes haven't been able to fight for the title, and their cars have suffered from inconsistency. Some races they'll be pretty strong, other races, they'll just about be fighting for points. So yeah, it's been a tricky few years for Mercedes, but you go to pre-season testing in 2025 and Mercedes look to have a decent car. Yes, you could attribute that to the cooler weather in Bahrain, and as we know, the Mercedes traditionally responds better to cooler conditions, and it was sort of like, let's wait till race one and see what happens. But then you go to Melbourne and Mercedes were right up there. George Russell was qualifying in P4. Kimi Antonelli would have been there as well, but he had an issue with his car, so he was knocked out in Q1. And then you go to the Grand Prix and Russell was able to get a podium, finishing P3, and Antonelli was able to go from P16 to P4, pulling off some really good overtakes and looking really comfortable in the car. And Wolff has acknowledged that the W16 appeared to offer both drivers a good platform with which to work with, alongside having taken a good step forward over the winter break. He was quoted by Planet F1 as saying, "We leave Australia with many positives, but also a healthy dose of realism as to where we stand in the pecking order. The W16 provided a stable platform for both drivers, was less prone to swings in performance relative to the conditions than its predecessor, and at moments showed strong pace enough to challenge at the front. It's clear we've taken a good step forward over the winter. Our focus now is on unlocking more potential and adding performance. We're excited for the challenge." So yeah, that's really positive from Mercedes, and right now they're currently level with McLaren, leading the constructors standings. Since 2022, Mercedes have never been in such a position. So yeah, things are looking really, really encouraging. Not so much the case for Ferrari at the Melbourne Grand Prix. There was high expectations for them going into the Grand Prix weekend, and yeah, they just really, really struggled. With Charles Leclerc finishing P8 and Lewis Hamilton P10. Now, part of the reason for the difficult Grand Prix was because of strategy. When the rain started to come down towards the end of the Grand Prix, Ferrari tried to leave their drivers out on dries, tried to hang it out, but that wasn't going to work. And by the time the drivers pitted, it was too late and they lost a load of positions. But on top of that, qualifying did not go well either, with Charles Leclerc going P7 and Lewis Hamilton P8, and because of how far behind they were, that naturally compromised their race too. And basically the issue in qualifying was that the car just ate through its rear tyres too much, meaning both drivers just didn't have enough grip towards the end of the lap. And the race say one indication was Ferrari had been too slow to adapt to the changing track conditions on Saturday when it was extremely hot. Another suggestion is that Ferrari had to raise the car to avoid bottoming out too much and wearing away the plank, costing downforce and causing sliding. Now, if Ferrari are going to raise the car, that's obviously going to lose you performance. You want the car as low to the ground as possible. Having to raise it means your speed is compromised, and on top of that, if that situation is causing sliding, then of course that's going to hurt the rear tyres. You want the rear end to be as stable as possible, but naturally grip is going to go if it's sliding around a bit. But despite the difficult weekend, the race say that Ferrari was left clinging to a strong conviction that qualifying and the race did not reflect the real pecking order, the potential of its car, or the competency of the team. And the race also say that Ferrari team boss Frederic Vasseur insisted that Leclerc's Friday practice pace and early qualifying performance were much more representative of reality, and that Q3 and the race were not the real picture of the season for sure. And Hamilton said, "I do think the actual car has a lot more performance. We just didn't unlock it this weekend." So it looks like there could be more to come. Ferrari are confident there's more to come from the car, and it looks like they're more confident going into China. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.